Assalamu alaikum, dear family. This is Brother Quincy Baith. We got Brother Khalif Omar on the camera. We just wanted to showcase what we want to do in our plan for the Linwood area. You know, the messenger said we have to have a land to call our own. And so we need to pick an area and focus on building that up, focus on moving believers in, focus on moving people in that want to help us develop it, focus on building businesses in the area so we can have an area for ourselves, like the Mexicans have Mexican town, like the Greeks have Greek town, like every other group of people has a spot that they can call their own. Right here in America, we want to have a spot where we can call our own, where we can bounce our black dollar and build a reality for a heaven for ourselves right here. So we just want to show you guys some of the things that we want to purchase and our plan for the things that we want to do. And here we go, right here. The first thing is, we're in a neighborhood right now called LaSalle Gardens. This is a neighborhood that's pretty underdeveloped, very high quality housing, as you can see. But what we want to do is purchase some of these houses and make them houses for the believers. This is one of the houses we want to purchase. It's run down. We can get it for a real cheap price and rehab it. I think it's about maybe 60 or 70,000. Like you said, really nice neighborhood. A lot of these homes are actually old mansions, but they've been abandoned, and so we want to get them here too. The central part of this neighborhood is a park, so we might be able to get some legislation to do something, maybe change the name on that. This is another one of the houses we want to purchase. Like I said, in disrepair, but still good enough to be purchased and rehabbed. Very high quality homes over here that we can use to do it. There's a lot here that we want to buy as well. You can get a lot in Detroit for $500. We'll have to look up the cost of that lot. I think they might have gone up, but if your specialty is buying homes, you know, help us out with that. We want to purchase this home here as well. Like I said, very high quality housing in this area where we can come in, get the houses for cheap, and build a reality for ourselves. Absolutely, we want to purchase this home here as well, right there. And like I said, this neighborhood is already, 95% black. The houses are very cheap. The houses are very high quality. This home here as well. And we can do a lot with this neighborhood. Instead of each of us living in different parts of the city where we can't get to each other readily, we move into one area. We get our representative to help us change the legislation. We buy businesses. We take over the economic base of the area. We do it like that. LaSalle Gardens. We want this home here as well. I know this house is actually for sale. I looked it up. It's only 55,000, 3,000 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. Real quality house for will be one of the believers coming in. And now we're gonna go over to off the street that we want. We want to take Linwood all the way from the boulevard, West Grand Boulevard, which is 3 streets before you get to the neighborhood we just showed you. More for the believers, more land that can be developed. More land that can be developed. And now we're turning on Linwood. Yep, we're turning on Linwood right now. So as you see, on Linwood, a lot of abandoned buildings, a lot of buildings for sale that we can purchase and do a lot with. You know, it's a real prime area, and it's very centrally located in Detroit. It's not too far from downtown. It's almost like I won't say the middle of the city, but yeah, the middle of the city. So it's a really prime area for us to do something with. You can buy these lots and do different things with them, different plazas for sale and whatnot. And coming up in about 3 lights, we got one of the major development areas that we want to do eventually, and so that'll be coming up pretty soon. A lot of brothers and sisters playing. Speed up. You gotta speed up.
It's only 10 minutes.
Yeah, speed up. It's not whatever. This is another area with very high quality housing. It's called Boston Edison District. The houses are a little more expensive, but still reasonable. You can get one of these now on Chicago, maybe not on Chicago, but on the I think it's Atchison, Longfellow, and Edison. Houses, you know, $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, $80,000. You know, 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. So still, you're very high quality housing at a very reasonable rate. And like I said, we're gonna do a chart of all the property for sale that we want to buy, so in case believers want to come in from across the country and they might not be familiar with the area, they'll know. We're going to put how much work the property needs and whatnot. Coming up on your left hand side is a liquor store that we already talked to the owner. He wants to sell it, business and building, for $200,000. So we're going to be interested in buying that. And this is what we want to buy too. This is Muhammad's Mosque #1 original, Masjid Wali Muhammad, the mosque that the messenger bought for the believers first. We want to buy all of these lots around here and rebuild the mosque as well. This is, you know, it says Elijah Muhammad right out front. We also want to buy this building. I think that was for sale for about $500,000. Couple storefronts, a lot of apartments, a fish market, your fish market. Just giving you the vision. This lot here, we want to buy parking lots for the mosque. And like I said, everything on this street is for sale, and that's part of the reason we chose this area, not just for the historical significance for the Nation of Islam, but we chose it because everything's for sale. It's a real underdeveloped area, but still a great area. You got buildings for sale here, buildings for sale here. So I just want you guys to picture it, you know. And coming up, we're gonna cross Davison. I'm sorry, we're gonna cross Davison, and there'll be another area where we want to start. This area down here is where we want to start immediately. Some of the things that we want to get going for ourselves right away. A lot of liquor stores, man. If you really see the blight in the black community. It's a liquor store every 4 blocks, every 2 blocks. And we really got to change that. We really got to pick an area and hold the line, because this is not good. Another property for sale that we want to purchase, you know, that can be whatever. We need cleaners, we need auto repair shops for sale. So we need mechanics to fix our cars, we need everything. So coming up, once we cross Davison, we got a property coming up that I want to show you guys. We're actually going to stop for a minute so I can show you guys this. letting this guy go around. So right here is, I actually know the guy who owns it. This is the Landmark, oh, that's what it's called, the Landmark Baptist Church or whatever, but this building is actually for sale. I think it's $100,000. Real nice quality building on the inside. We want to make this the Hereafter Community Development Center until we can purchase the mosque back. Right here across the street from it is a restaurant called Shabazz Grill, which I was trying to work on getting before. We want to purchase this and make it Muhammad's Grill, or keep it Shabazz Grill, a restaurant for the believers. Across the street here, I'll step out, is a building that's for sale. We want to maybe make that the MUI. Several little storefronts right across, apartments on top. So, you know, the vision is endless of what we can do in this area. Lots for sale right there. We want to purchase that as well. And then coming up on your left hand side, it's really important. We want to not just get into building mosques and building schools. We want to get into industry, even more so than restaurants. We need something that can sustain us, a sustainable way of making money. And so we all have, well, most of the believers have cars. I'm sure most people have cars in America, not just believers. Anybody can come. And so there's a gas station right here. It's formerly called the Gulf Gas Station. It's a property for sale. I think it's $79,000. We want to buy it. Your black Muslim gas station right here. We want to purchase that because that's for sale in disrepair. Several lots for sale. And this is further down the line, but I think it's real important. The next thing I'm about to show you is further down the line. We can stop. Further up. I think it's very, very, very important, right? Yep. So right here, there's several little old factories and different things that are for sale, I suppose. And we want to make these things. I think it's like a brick factory. They got bricks back there. You can newspapers here. This can be an industrial area for us. Whatever we want to produce, we can make it in this area. And across the street, this is further down the line, but it's real. It's very, very important that we see the vision on this. This is about, I think it's 4 or 5 acres. And so I don't know where I was, but they're in the old Muhammad University of Islam books that the messenger printed, the yearbooks. In the back of the yearbook, he would have a plan for what he called the Islamic University. Before he left in 1975, he wanted to buy a golf course in Chicago, I think the South Shore Golf Course. He wanted to build a university where we can go and study, and we can go to our own colleges. There's 4 acres right here, 4 or 5 acres right here for sale in the city of Detroit, right on Linwood. The city of Detroit, I think, wants $500,000, $500,000 right in the city. Maybe less than that. Last time I checked was maybe a while ago, but maybe less than that. We can build an Islamic University right here for ourselves. And the good thing is, the boulevard, if you go a block that way, that's Mother Tynetta Boulevard that we just had dedicated. So from Tynetta Boulevard to Elijah Boulevard, that's what we want to create a heaven for ourselves. It's very important, brothers and sisters, that we pick an area for ourselves and we stick with it. We have to move out. We have to get away from just talking about building the kingdom of God and actually putting together a plan for ourselves so we can actually begin building the kingdom of God. So within the week, we're going to post this video, maybe today or tomorrow, but within the week, we'll have a list of all the properties we named, how much they cost, who owns them, or if some people own some of the stuff we want, but we want it anyway. Who owns them, how much they cost, and how you can contribute, what we have to do to get them. For believers out of state, if you want to help, or people out of state, we want to help, we'll set up ways that you can help send us money to help us do this. And we'll have a list of property. If you want to come move, you can contact me or Brother Khalif, and we're going to put this thing together. So just wanted to show you guys some of the vision that we have for this area, and help us bring in the kingdom of God. We're Joshua and Caleb. We got to go free, brothers and sisters. So thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.